Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, so my PlayStation is having all kinds of problems trying to go ahead and sign in today. So I guess we're gonna do something else in the meantime while I try and get this figured out. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, sub, share, follow, all that good stuff helps the channel grow. And for all of you returning viewers, thank you once again for coming on back. We'll get started here momentarily. I just gotta get a couple things set up and then you'll see the kind of bullshit that I gotta go through to get the screen capture to work sometimes. Yeah, so give me just a couple minutes. Hopefully you guys are having a great day, and stand by. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with my thing, so you're gonna have to bear with me, guys, while I try and figure this one out, but... Alright, let's push on this live scene here. See if I can get this to function properly. Probably not. Probably gonna be a pain in the ass, as it always is. No, not Doki Doki. Let's pull this up into my favorites here. I have never played this before, so you're going to have to really bear with me while I try and figure this one out. Looks like this will not work. Let me capture this one. Will this work? Screen 1. Change your username to avoid confusion. Ah, okay. Well, welcome back. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a moment while I try and get this going. Because it seems to be, like, kind of a pain in the ass. Let me exit out of this. No need for that. Let's close this completely. Go for game cap. Alright, give me a moment to see if this actually pops up or not. How you doing today? Yeah, my apologies for not having the content that I want here, but... No? Nothing? Alright, let's try this. Let's try for automatic. Okay, doesn't look like automatic is gonna work. No full screen, let's go for specific window. Alright, hold on. Let me change the settings. Let's try going windowed mode. That'll allow me to actually see what's happening in the background here. Okay, nothing there. Let's go for a screen capture. I can probably put that here. Closer to the bottom. Just above game capture. Hey! There we go. That works. Close enough, right? Excuse me. Alright. That looks like it's actually working this time around. Okay, so anyway, welcome now that we're past the troubleshooting nonsense. I know nada about this game. I don't know a single thing about this game. So you guys, if I'm doing something crazy, just let me know. Prepare to guide your scout charges to the future in the world fraught with many perils. You begin creating a world, region's history unfold. Once this process is complete, you can prepare a group and send them out to seek well deep in the mountains. This game is a blank slate for me too. Yeah, apparently it took the guys like 2 years to design this thing, and it's like become the big indie game that everyone was interested in playing. So I think that's cool. Okay, I guess that would be the edge of where I could push it. Let me... Alright, there we go. Good stuff right there. As you dig deeper, more residents take up as outposts. You'll be attract attention, both wanted and unwanted. Deal with challenges as they arise, and one day you might find that your humble settlement has grown into a mountain home, the center of your civilization. Okay. World size, medium, sure. History length, 100 years. Okay. Number of civilizations, medium. Number of sites, medium. Number of beasts, medium. Savagery, mineral occurrence, everywhere. Sure, let's do it. If I'm not mistaken, the game actually creates the entire history of everything that's going along, too. So you have this giant history that happens beforehand. Setting temperatures, forming lakes and minerals. Placing beasts, cave entrances, age of myth, and a bridge. Chronicles 600. In the early spring of 9, human Enoth of Toa and the Unbridled Confederacy created the position of head chief as a matter of... Yes, the realm of sacrifice created the position of chief as a matter of course. Struck down in the early summer 29, was struck down by a dwarf in Bridgefell. Let's see, it was struck down by a dwarf in craft solves. The humans in the human of Lullabald of the realm of sacrifice created a position of head advisor, forgotten beast, dream puzzling the moist seal, struck down by a dwarf, continue generating. The routed lies of the universe monster was destroyed. Elf druid nesting grounds, struck down by a dwarf. Became the... Oh, hold on. That looks important. In the early 80, the Sky Blue Demon, Salazar Bottom Pebbles, the Fleck of Flinching became the master of the evil of Burden. South Society, continue generating. See, Born of Wickedness, found Terra Rampage in the spring. The human Ina became obsessed with his own mortality and sought to extend his life due to panic about what happened after death. Continue generating.
I'm just trying not to scare you.
No, I heard you come in. Yeah, I couldn't log into my PlayStation account. I don't know what was going on, so it's... As soon as I restarted my computer, it was just like, nope, you can't do that. You're on a new device, and now I don't know if I can remote play into my computer, so I'm going to have to be fixing that, but that's okay. I'm playing some Dwarf Fortress for the first time, so...
Oh. I was very humbled.
Why? What happened?
Well, I guess I just went and did, like, weights for 30 minutes.
Yeah. And you felt it.
My arms are a lot weaker.
The Mind Lances and Great Nest destroyed. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Play now? No, I didn't. I don't want to keep the worlds and return to the menu. I wanted to keep going. Shoot. Well, I guess this is my life now. Not knowing how to play this game. May I have a bite? Just one bite. I guess we're starting off super early in the history of my world.
I mean, yeah, you just started it.
Yeah, but I accidentally said start now at this point in history. Right as a necromancer was starting to arise.
Oh.
Let's see. Select a game type. Fortress, Legends. Let's do Fortress. Passing a few weeks to get things started. Wow, look at this. It's got a full fucking calendar system.
Wow.
Quick start and short tutorial. Would you like your fortress located in a forested, minimal rich world? You can play through a short tutorial. Non-interactive help will be available. Start tutorial. Let's do this. Feels like you need to watch a 40-minute tutorial before playing. This game definitely does feel like it. But it's okay. We're going through the tutorial right now together. Look at that zoom in. Preparing the map. A dwarven outpost. Looks good, but I feel like it needs more.
It's gonna get a lot more. I was just doing some more work on it while I was in my meeting.
You have arrived! After a journey from the mountain homes and the forbidden wilderness beyond, your harsh track has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Dobar, Egdoth. There are almost no supplies left, but with the stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plough, or hook, provided for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before the winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve, secure lodging, ere the dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of the dwarven history begins here, at this place, Melbesafol. Tomb centers, so strike the earth.
Some top tier acting right there. Thank you. I really enjoy voice acting. It is like one of my favorite things. Alright, so what do? Your view is focused on one elevation at a time. To move the camera, WASD, and hold the middle mouse and drag. Oh, shoot. I see. So it moves like the old games, frame at a time. Change the mouse's camera control elevation with E and C. It'll move the camera up or down. Gotcha. When your view is in the air above the tiles, you can see them current, but you can only interact with objects in your current elevation. The view can be dark underground until you begin mining. Move the camera to the surface with F1. Recenter your wagon. You can zoom in and out using the control plus mouse wheel. Using the controller mouse wheel. Yeah, we'll probably end up using a keyboard. Seems easier. It's time to get to work. Let's get started by digging a stairwell into the ground. There seems to be plenty of hillside to dig into. You'll want to seek wealth below the surface. Mining tasks are designed in a play area. Begin by clicking the highlighted mining option. Mining, right there. Let's see, there are several ways to mine. Stairwells selected start at one elevation and are completed to the next level. Click the surface to move the camera one down, and click underground, reversing the order. I guess must span multiple elevations. Oh, okay. Let's try doing it this way, I guess. End stairwell. Move the camera down one level. Okay. Now we'll unpause the game and let the miner finish the task. Press space to pause and unpause. Finish mining. Let's make a safe space to work. Select regular mining mode on the left of stair. Dig a rectangle big enough for a large stockpile and some workshop. Considering most workshops are 3x3, mining through the stone further down, but it leaves boulders, which are essential building. You can consider making a meeting area. So it's a mining game? I'm not sure. I am not sure. I just know that I have seen many things where, like, my favorite video of this was somebody built their giant civilization. They accidentally dug into, like, a volcano. It flooded the entire base with lava, killed off every dwarf except for a single baby stuck in a room by itself. And I was like, oh, okay, it's this kind of game. Later, you can consider a meeting area for zones. Alright, regular mining. Let's go for a 5x5 to start with. And while we're at it, let's also check the surface. I don't want to mine. That's not what I want to do. Nope, stop that. Oh, you're doing goat stuff. You're also doing goat stuff. Okay, cool. That means I'm just focused on a single miner right now. That's so much progress lost. Yeah, I've heard stuff like that. It gets pretty bad because you if you don't have any dwarves, knowing me, you rage quit in 10 minutes. It seems like that kind of game where either you're doing like super well and everything's going fantastic, or you're taking your computer and chucking it through the floor. Okay. The supplies on the wagon are in danger of being carried off by wild animals. Time to build a stockpile underground to unload them. They are crucial in moving supplies around your fortress where they're needed. Stockpiles are placed with the stockpile button. Make a stockpile. Click the add button to place two corners of the rectangle somewhere to save your stockpile. Once the pile, click accept. Click two corners of the rectangle somewhere safe. No, hold on, let's stockpile, place two corners. Is that right? Let's see. Click two corners of the rectangle. And placers can be placed both on the surface and underground. Once I place, click accept. Okay, hold on. This is gonna be where like everything goes fucking tits up here. Accept. I guess we'll just do all for right now, because I don't know what to put there. With shelter ready underground, it's time to build. First, you need building like wood and boulders. Before you start chopping down trees, you may want to create a dedicated wood stockpile. Haulers will also drop wood in all your stockpiles unless you turn it off. When you're ready, open the wood cutting menu and designate a trunk of a tree on the surface. Okay. This is like, I feel like this is gonna take a lot of stuff here. Start chopping a tree. Hotkey is 1. Oh, hold on. Let me create a small stockpile real quick. And this is going to be... heading back. We'll break this for... this will be wood. And I guess that's... accept, repaint this, toggle... just put this as wood. I don't know what this means. Max bins? What's going on? Max bins, barrels, I get repaint. I don't know what this means. Okay, I guess that works. Alright, so now wood chopping. Chopping wood. When you're ready, open the wood cutting menu to designate the tree trunk on the surface. Make sure you can walk to the designated location. Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. So I need to make a chopping thing. Okay, now you just have to wait for the chop down. Everything is accessible. Help store in the stockpile. Wood cutting mode. Right click on all your chop down trees, stockpile wood. Okay. So they should be doing the thing. Okay, okay, they're stockpiling wood. Cool. Makes sense now. Full, go ahead and place another one if all your stockpiles are full. Ah, okay, so I see that stockpiling is really important. So we'll create a new stockpile zone. All of this is going to be wood. Okay, so they'll start stockpiling into wood. Gotcha. Alright, now this makes sense, I think. I'm probably doing terrible. Okay, now that you have building materials, time to start building. Workshops are one of the many buildings you can place within build. Click it now. Building materials, it's time to start building. Place within highlighted build. Most workshops require building materials such as wood and boulders. If you had some woodcutting supplies, you'll be able to place a carpenter's workshop. Click workshop and carpenter. Place the shop in an empty area on the surface or underground. Okay, workshop. Oh man, there's so much here. Require buildings such as wood. You'll need to be able to carpenter's workshop. Workshop and carpenter. Carpenter. I guess we'll place the carpentry out this way. Peach wood, almond wood. I guess almond wood is what we've... When on pause, the worker should build it. Once it's done, click the workshop to go ahead and select it. Okay, before we do that, I realize that this will probably be really important to also go ahead and start digging in some areas. So I think I'm going to go ahead and open up some of this area here. Alright, so that should give 2 sets of things to do. So they're going to start building this carpentry thing, and I think somebody should come down here and start... Yep, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Your industrious citizens will perform tasks added to the workshop. Most objects are placed like doors and furniture must first be built. Furniture created at a carpenter's workshop usually takes 1 wood to build. Add a task and make a bed. Chop down more trees if necessary. Unpause and wait for the bed. Manager is required to add orders. Stockpile link. Name the building. Task. Workers. This game is like Terraria, but closer to Minecraft than Terraria actually is. I have never played Terraria, so I have no idea. Oh, I can have other people actually work on stuff. Who do I want to work on this? I guess Onal. Expedition leader will do available tasks anywhere. Okay, add new task. Make bed. Alright, somebody should make a bed now, I think. A lot of people will tell you Terraria is 2D Minecraft, but they're pretty different. Alright, somebody made a bed. Now that you have a bed, you can place it in the fortress. Use the build menu to place it in a room underground, just like the workshop. Dig a new room first if you'd like. Beds are found in the furniture. Unlike workshop, beds must be placed underground. Alright, so where did my bed go? Now I have a bed, place it. Beds are found in the furniture category, which is... Where is the furniture? Use the build menu to place it, just like a workshop. Dig a new room first. Beds are found in furniture. Furniture. Place hauling, establish burrows, zones, stockpiles. Place structure in work areas that require construction. Set plants. Open objects. Open information, citizen. Open labor. No, that's stockpiles. Placing structures. Furniture. Okay, so structures and furniture. Makes sense. We'll place this bed. Select materials for bed. Amount needed. Ashen beds. Sure. And that should automatically place a bed, I think. Perfect. With the bed placed, your workers will have somewhere to sleep. Later, you can create a room with doors and use the zone to assign official bedrooms. Rest of the interface is now enabled. You can click on creatures and items just as you click on buildings to get more information. Click on a resident to see their needs and inventory. You can also click on a resident or creature. 84 years old. Good focus, not inclined to abstract, poor analytical, poor kinesthetic sense, disdains hard work. I see. Check on the information, dismiss. I was out in the rain, it's annoying. She is annoyed when caught in the rain. Felt satisfied at working, fondness talking to friends, satisfied at work. Close friends, groups. Creation of bows. Cult of aquamarine. Thoughts, personality. She has a good ability to focus, good intention. Poor empathy, meager creativity, a poor kinesthetic sense, and very bad analytical. She often feels... Holy shit, does every single dwarf have, like, a whole fucking thing that they go into? This is insane. Why is it so detailed? I'd rather focus on practical examples. She doesn't seek out excitement, doesn't feel easily hate or develop negative feelings when she can handle stress, stubborn, tends to avoid physical confrontations, works to square this natural tendency with her respect and martial prowess. She's moved by art and natural beauty. She is troubled by this since she dislikes the natural world. She's often nervous, slow to anger. She needs alcohol to get through the working day. She likes working outdoors and grumbles only mildly at inclement weather. Items. Cave spider, tunic, silk. Okay, health. No health problems. Her lips are very thick. She has a narrow, round chin. Her hair is clean shaven. Third iris jade eyes are protruding. Or her thin, somewhat short, splayed out ears. Wow, they really give you a whole thing, don't they? Skilled appraiser. Will do available tasks anywhere. Mining. So that's pretty much their job, is mining. Interesting. Important. Sometimes alerts is given alerts in the corner. There has been one already. Hover over the alert. Urgent peril. You can recenter your certain alignments. Right-click this. Ah, okay, got it. So let me also go ahead and have them dig out a whole bunch of stuff, because I feel like that's going to be pretty important. What we'll do is we'll keep digging out little rooms like this. And I feel like that'll pretty much take everything where I need to go here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 by 5s. Cool. So they'll take care of that. Now on the surface, let's check some of my other dwarves here. Need supplies before coming of winter. To trade with the autumn caravan, you must build a trade depot from the build menu. Need something of value to trade. Crafts are an easy way to make a lot of trade goods quickly. Make the appropriate workshop with workshops and then crafts. An obvious material to use is rock. If you dig down enough layers, you'll find a near infinite amount of boulders of various kinds. As well as some rough gems if you're lucky. Gems can be cut, encrust them on crafts and others to gain value. There's a lot to learn. New menus, help information. Jesus. Click the help button. Oh man, I feel like I'm going to be in there all day. This game is open-ended. You can do whatever you choose. If you'd like a goal, try to become a barony. They have different types of boulders. Yeah, it seems like this is one of those games. Your dwarves, more likely your dwarves will starve unless you read the first few guides here. And remember, losing is fun. Losing is fun. Oh no. In order to keep your citizens alive in the unfreedom world, they need shelter, drink, and food. Use the arrows on the top to minimize the tutorial when it obscures your view. By now, you should have had a room underground where your residents can hide from creatures above. Make sure they spend their free time down there. You'll need to use the zones menu to create a meeting area. Later, you can try the burrows menu to create a safe place for your civilians to hide from real trouble. Okay. Let me try that. Make a little zone. First, let me let this dwarf do their thing. Let me check on the surface to see what everybody does here. Some essential tasks to be assigned for labor. Click here and make sure you have a miner, woodcutter, and fisher dwarf. If you haven't suffered any casualties, you should see these laborers assigned already, but if one of these brave workers falls, you'll need to assign somebody. Good to know. 2 ways to make drinks for your residents. The main one is brewing alcohol. This is done by building a still. Jeez, I'm gonna keep my dwarves drunk. Once the still is constructed, click on it and add brew drink from plant or fruit. If you have no suitable plants, you can try planting or gathering. The task requires a barrel from the carpenter's workshop. If you survive until the caravan comes, you may also trade for drinks and plants there. The number of drink rations can also be seen at the top of the screen. Absent alcohol and in warmer weather, you can designate a water source, so your residents have a drink. You'll want one of these anyway for other purposes like cleaning and certain workshop tasks. Only drank beer because water wasn't clean enough. That's not necessarily true. Beer had a lot of... People drank plenty of water, and beer at that time tended to be... there were a number of things. Number one, it would go ahead and give people the carbohydrates that they needed and stuff after long periods of work, so It's why when you do long distance races, they tend to give you beer afterwards to go ahead and give you your electrolytes and carbs back and everything. The process of putting beer through it kind of cleans some of the water. I wouldn't say it really cleans it, but it gets rid of some of the bacteria because of the process it has to go through. So they did drink a lot of regular water, because if the water wasn't clean, then your beer would still be dirty. But they did drink a lot back then. I remember watching a documentary on this, that exact question, but there was a lot of drinking, probably not as much as we all think, where everyone is just, you know, drowning in beer all the time, but it was a part of people's everyday lives most of the time. Okay, so I viewed the survival. Planting. Holy heck. There's some food on the embark wagon. You can trade for food, but you can also grow your own. The wagon comes with some seeds, but as you might expect, these crops must be grown underground. Using mining orders, you'll need to carve out a rectangular area for your farm plot. The underground must be near the surface, where there's soil, loam, clay. One level down should suffice before you hit rock. The highest mountain elevations do not have soil. Make sure to leave the ceiling above intact so the underground soil doesn't receive any sunlight. With subterranean soil floor exposed, you can place an underground farm plot. This isn't rich soil, but will suffice for now. Dig deeper to find better soil. Select farm plot from the build menu. It's in the workshops, farming farm plot. Face your farm plot on the subterranean soil. You need to select the crops to be grown each season. Clicking on the farm plot, you'll pull up the farming menu. Plump helmets are edible, and the default wagon comes with plump helmet spawn, which are their seeds. So we eat a bunch of shrooms. Cool. Note that you can obtain above ground seeds from trade and by eating gathered plants, but above ground farming exposes your planters to dangers and the elements. Now your planters, those who have access to both farm plots and spawn, will plant the fields, and after a period of growth, they'll be harvested. If you'd like to focus on a few of these citizens on farming, which gives skill benefits, you can assign them to planters work detailed from the menu. Skilled planter has a direct impact on crop yields. Potash is the fertilizer of choice. It can be crafted in the ashery using ash from wood burned in a wood furnace. A water source zone and a bucket are also required. Fertilizer is not needed to farm. Let me take a look at my people. 62 values power, curious, good analytical, poor intuition, poor spatial sense, slow to love. Adequate organizer, dabbling, carpenter, unmet needs. Drink alcohol, learn something, pray to Boogud. It's raining on me, it's annoying. Caught in the rain, satisfied at work, didn't feel anything talking with a friend. Relations. Close friends. Kindred spirit. Ah, so there is a planter here. Woodcutter, metalcrafter, fisher, dwarf, mason, miner. No military personality, sharp intellect and some of patience, poor spatial sense and bad intuition. Impeccably curious without any respect for propriety or privacy. Oh no, it's a busybody. She is not the type to fall in love or even develop positive feelings. She doesn't try to get things done perfectly. She's rarely happy or enthusiastic. Conflicted by this, she values parties and merrymaking. Oh man, the leader is a terrible person. Does not often feel lustful, generally acts with a narrow view on the current. Talks to herself when she gets bored. She cackles when she's nervous. Needs alcohol to get through the working day. Welp. That's a thing, I guess. Skills. We'll do, I guess, whatever. I'm gonna have to figure out all my dwarves here. I've never seen so many things in buttons since Hearts of Iron. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot in here. This is seems like this is a game that you don't just casually approach. I feel like I'm gonna spend all of 2 hours just learning how to play this game. And probably the next, like, I'm probably gonna have to spend some time in my own time just learning how to play this game. And also fixing the PlayStation thing so I can actually continue on with this challenge. Values disdains craft work, poor memory, unassertive. Relations. Their lovers, the big dwarf with the beard. Deity. Oh. God-fearing. Okay. Has a deep well of patience and good kinesthetic, but she has a questionable spatial sense and poor memory. That's not good. Only rarely tries to assert herself. She's pleased by her own appearance and talent. She occasionally overindulges. She lives a fast-paced life, quick to anger, tends to be a bit stubborn. Changing her mind. She is quick to form negative views. Yup, there are so many ways that fortresses collapse, just giving them the basic necessities, a complicated process. It seems so. This is something I'm going to spend many, many, many hours just learning. Also, hello. How are you doing today? This is like my first time ever playing it, so I don't know like a single thing. I was gonna go back to my Fallout challenge, but I gotta go ahead and figure out why my PlayStation stuff isn't logging in. And my big issue is that my PlayStation is attached to an email that is forever years old, and I can't access it anymore. So I had to be very careful what I do with it. Tends to consider what others think. She tends to have a small mess. Has a greedy streak. Blows her breath out when she is annoyed. Needs alcohol to get through the working day. Values cunning, patience, values tranquility. Disdains craft work. Proficient metal crafter, competent gem cutter, adequate gem setter. That's pretty good. I'm sure that'll be helpful when I start cutting into gems and stuff. I'm trying to get a feel for what I've got here. Stoicism, good focus. Their personalities are so detailed to the smallest quirks. It makes, for me, that's good. I really like super detailed stuff like that. It helps me get a good feel. Because I've done managerial work and stuff. And when you're in the military, you got to take a lot of people's, personalities and stuff into account. And really kind of position people for what you feel their best job would be, or what would best suit them, aside from also the needs of the many. Disdains skills. Sickly, values power. Proficient planter and proficient record keeper. Looks like a lot of them have different deities. It's interesting. Ability to focus, ability to read emotions fairly well, but she has poor memory. So, poor memory seems to be a bad one so far. Little time for forgiveness and will generally seek retribution. She tends to avoid physical confrontation. The music is beautiful. Yeah, the music is really nice. It's very... What's the word I'm looking for? It's passive music. It actually sounds like good music in the background where you're not worried about it overpowering everything. And maybe it's just because we're in peacetime and stuff, but... Works a square natural tendency with respect and martial prowess. Sometimes acts a little determined. Likes to take it easy. Tends to form only tenuous emotional bonds. She's somewhat quarrelsome. She is bothered by this since she values friendship. Likes excitement. Points and shakes her finger when she's angry. Oh no. Health. Description. She is agile, but she is very slow to heal, really susceptible to diseases, and remarkably flimsy. That is... How am I going to have my planter be remarkably flimsy? 81. Overcautious, not anxious, poor social awareness, not vain, quick to frail. Proficient mason, stone cutter, stone graver, novice engraver. Has poor focus, very bad analytical abilities, poor ability to manage or understand social relationships. Jesus Christ. I'm starting out with a group of misfits. Let's see. He can get caught up in internal deliberations when action is necessary. Very calm, very bad analytical abilities, and gets caught up thinking about what to do. Very calm demeanor, takes no pleasure in his talents and appearance. He is a pessimist, okay? Very polite. I mean, works of stone, so that's fine. You can just continue to look at rocks all day. Rules of decorum when possible. Brave in the face of imminent danger. Isn't particularly ambitious. Not a great aesthetic sensitivity. How are you going to be a stonemason and not have an aesthetic sensitivity? You're going to make... Okay. Tends to hang on grievances. Has little interest in joking around. Tendency to consider ideas in abstract over practical applications. Oh no. Can change over... I love the entire Dwarf Fortress soundtrack. Dwarves can change over time depending on what they do in their environment, needs met and stuff. That's really good. The fact that these characters can actually develop is really good. That's cool. That's one of my favorite things, is watching character development. So seeing how these things, and if they do actually change over time, would be really cool. No health problems, but susceptible to diseases. That's the leader. Metal crafter, you have planter, and you are who? 55. Disdains romance. Poor memory. Oh my god, nobody's gonna remember shit. All of my dwarves are not gonna know a damn thing. Proficient carpenter, competent woodcutter, nice novice bowyer. Damn, they even took a person's identity changing over time with experience. Yeah, apparently it took these two guys 2 years to make all of this. This was the only thing... Well, it may have been much longer than that, but this is the only game they've ever designed. And they knew nothing about it going in. And they just kind of did it. 20 years. Yeah, that's what I meant. 20, not 2. I forgot the 0 at the end of my everything. Bad if the memories they get are bad. Ah, that is true. Copyright 1996. Wow. Yeah, I can see it. It shows. It looks like a labor of love. Good intuition. Poor analytical abilities. Poor kinesthetics. Really bad memory. Oh, man. Everybody is just poor analyst. I guess I'm going to have to rely on this guy's luck to get him through everything. Takes no pleasure in talents and appearance. Occasionally overindulges. Finds quite hopeful about the future. Quite polite. When he's surprised, he has a very unique laugh. Known about this game for decades, but the Aussie just kept me away. Huh. I have only heard about this thing, I think, just recently. Not like recent as in a few months, but when it first came out and they first started talking about it, that was when, I think roughly within this past year was when I heard about it. Kind of crazy to think how many things in the world while the game was being made. Yeah. That is very interesting to think of all the stuff that's changed since then. Very rarely sick, quick to tire, and is weak. That's something you can always get later, so that's not too big. Tame. Recovers quickly. You're telling me the goats used to be character-based text and had to do everything with keystrokes? New version adds mouse and new graphics. I would have preferred it with, like, keystrokes and, you know, text adventure kind of thing. I don't know. There's something about a text-based adventure where the theater of the mind kind of takes over. But having to keep track of all of that in your head and draw out the maps, I feel like would have really pushed a lot of people away. No relationships. Thoughts. She is dejected when caught in the rain. Memories. Personality. She has good creativity. Has poor memory, little patience, a lack of understanding. The free version is still available on their website? Huh. Okay, I will definitely check that out because I do like text-based stuff with keystrokes and everything else. Man, that would have been a lot cooler. The mouse interface seems pretty cool. I think the keyboard usage is a lot better. Once you get really good at keyboard, you really don't need a mouse. The mouse makes things easier. Relies on the advice of others. She's friendly individual. She's pleased by her own appearance and talents. Doesn't focus on material goods. Tends to share that. I just love that, like, they have their own everythings. Quick to heal, but she's very quick to tire. Her hair is ivory. Her beard is beige. Her skin is dark peach. Her eyes are black. Dead cabbages. Stray horse, tame. High stamina. She is grouchy when caught in the rain. Great affinity for language. You're telling me my horse has a great affinity for languages. Great analytical abilities, a lot of willpower, and good kinesthetics, but has an iffy... You're telling me my horse is the best member of all of these things so far. Great kinesthetics, affinity for language, willpower, man, and analytical ability. What the... Horse, why didn't you lead this expedition? Very ambitious, looking for a way to better. She's a greedy streak, likes, keeps it practical. Doesn't often experience strong cravings or urges. Wow, this horse. I would have been like, if there was military service here, I'd have been really, really bothered by that. Stray dog. Personality. Amazing spatial sense, an iron will, very good intuition, sharp intellect, very good focus on creativity, a feel for music, and a sum of patience. Meager ability of socials. You're telling me my animals are way better than my dwarves. What kind of vakakta is this? Alright, I guess. Sense a shortage of patience, very bad analytical, quite poor, very bad intuition, little linguistic ability. I mean, I would be very concerned if you had high linguistic ability. I mean, man doesn't go very far when talking in negotiations. She's tame, 0 years old, clumsy. Creativity, good sense, little willpower, meagle. She only fleeting and rarely emotional. Okay, we're getting into the weeds here. All right, so that will, and we have what? Tame stray cats. Was blissful after a bath. Dejected when caught in the rain. I think what I need to do is create zoning. So let's let them dig, and then we'll go ahead and make some zoning after this. I can't say I like the jump here. I'm probably going to end up killing everybody to start off with, and it's going to be really bad. So, I see boulders. So one of you guys is... I believe it is you. One of you guys deals with boulders. That's a woodcutter. Nope. Oh, there's 3 things on the same... Stonecutter. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and have you do a thing. How do I order you to do something specific? Remove mining, wooding, gathering, chopping trees, plant gatherings, digging orders, structures and work areas, hauling routes, zones. Okay, let's go ahead and do zoning. Designated when your civilians will rest, socialize, and perform specific duties. Several kinds of zones which are free to see. Certain zones like bedrooms, Furniture and doors. Okay. I do know one thing that I need to go ahead and do, though. Is I need to create this section here. And then create this large zone area there. I don't really know what to... Oh, there's water there. I don't really know what to do with these. This is chalk. Uses steel bars. So this is going to be the zone... My little zoning area here. Create zone. Meeting area. Dormitories, hangout. Dining hall, office, barracks. Okay, so meeting area. Have this accept. Unnamed meeting hall. We'll go ahead and name this like test meeting hall. Alright. That should bring everybody down into this area, I think. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do a ton of digging to, like, open up spots here. We're gonna keep going by 5x5 rooms here. Okay, open objects, open administrator. Set plant gathering orders. I guess all of these plants. And then we have a bunch of wood, so let me go ahead and also build a wood area here. But I need to figure out how to get rid of these boulders. I don't know what to do with those. Set wall engraving, tracks, fortifications. Set chopping, set digging orders. Dig a stairwell, dig a ramp, dig a channel. Hold on, let me look this up. I don't know how to... Let me start by that. How do I get them... You know what? There's probably a help menu for this. That's exactly what I should be doing. Bins, refuse, dumping, digging deeper, ores, and smelting. Bins, barrels, refuse, and dumping. Trade, offices, happiness, stress. Military... Burrows, hauling. Mines are a convenient way to move a lot of objects around the fortress quickly. Workers will move on tracks. Each track is a link of stockpile. Okay, so that's how to make those things. Stockpiles are filling up too fast. You can create rooms by building bins, barrels, and bags used to store food. Carpenter's workshop is the best place to make lightweight bins and barrels. Metalsmith's forge to create outliers. Okay. trade, refuse dumping, office administration, happiness, ores and smelting. Metal bars, you must smelt ore. Okay, if you found magma, you can build a magma smelter directly over it. Otherwise, you'll need fuel. This is chalk. Items are dumped in dumping zones. Toggle the visibility. Yeah, I see it's stray Cavi pup. Has a great sense of empathy, great memory, some of patience, and good intellect. Man, wow. That little thing. Make coke from lignite, make furniture and buildings. I don't know how to pick you up. Items for dumping or slaving. Let's see. Establishing burrows, living spaces in larger fortresses. Place structures. Let's, I guess, start there. Workshops. Oh, so it'll automatically use these things. I see. Gotcha. That's useful. Okay. Guess that'll let people do their thing. Oh, and people are automatically just gonna come in here and... Okay, so everybody will stay out. That's good. Add a new task. Instrument piece, rock altar, rock armor stands, cabinet, doors, coffins, floors, hatches, millstones, slab, weapon rack. Okay. So stonework is not really that useful for me initially. Let's see. I guess workshops. Farming. Looks like this might be a good farm plot. Quern makes flour, still, brew. Let's go ahead and put a still over this way. Almond wood logs. And I think this will be the farming area because it looks like it's got a lot of water to it. Tasks. Requires empty food storage item. Brew drink from fruit from plants. Empty food storage item. Okay. Oh, I think I'll need to go up. I think what I'll do is I'll make a carpenter thing down here, so that way we don't have to go back up to the surface anymore. At least not for that anyway. Alright, so that's good. Now we need to go ahead. That's gathering orders, place structure, workshops. Is the thunder in game? Yep, because it's raining upstairs, it seems. So, farm plot. Oh. Needs soil or mud at location. I see. Ah, so this is going to be a little farming area. Okay. That's useful. So what does all this water stuff do, then? Extract from plants. I think I'm going to need... Add new task. Enormous wood corkscrew. Menacing wooden spike. Alter animal trap. Bins, barrels, bookcases, buckets, bucklers, cages. There's a lot here. Man, I guess I'll have to really learn how to... what I need and what I don't. Empty food storage. Requires empty food storage item. Food sources. Fishings, rivers and ponds may consider as a worker. Optional because she's the fishing zone. Far afield. Remember, your workers do not eat raw fish. You must build a fishery to prepare them. By gathering plants outside. Do this by selecting a gathering and then draw a rectangle in the bushes. Butchering meat from livestock. If you slaughter an animal, you must first build a butcher's shop. Do this by selecting a workshop. So the game is built. There's selecting animals and slaughter. I mean, minimize. Okay. So, I need empty food storage item. I don't know what the heck I need to make a food storage item. Furniture. Constructions, furniture. Traps, cages, machines and fluids. Trade depot. Crafts. Just as well as armor, jewelers, magma, mechanics, metalsmith. Still brews alcohol. Butchers, tanners, fishers, farmers, nest box, hive. There is so much to learn about this game. Alright guys, I just realized I'm gonna have to actually sit down and watch things on how to play this game, because there is so much to learn in this game. Let me save and save to this timeline, save to a new timeline. Save to this timeline. There is so much to learn in this game. I'm gonna have to actually sit down and watch some serious YouTube tutorials on how to play this game, so I can actually play this game. I think I'm gonna cut it for today, just because I'd like to also try and fix my PlayStation stuff. Yeah, I like that you said that earlier. Just knowing how to make alcohol is very important. It's one of those things that, I'd like to go ahead and learn this game. I feel like it's going to take many hours to learn exactly what I need to play this game. And I'd like to go ahead and actually play this game for you guys, rather than sit here and read a whole bunch of tutorials and stuff, and you guys just sit there. But, yeah, if I can't get my PlayStation working, you're obviously going to keep seeing more Dwarf Fortress, and I'm going to sit back and learn some of this stuff. In the meantime, come on back. We'll see if we can get the Fallout challenge back on. And if not, you'll see a bunch of Dwarf Fortress. So, like, share, sub, follow, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill. I don't have to tell you. You guys know how it works. I'll be back again on Wednesday. Tuesday is one of my off days, so I can get stuff done, which gives me a full day to try and get everything good. I'll obviously tweet something out or put a post on YouTube if I get some updates or if I'm having any things, that way you guys know. I'm trying to be more consistent with my schedule, because I know that I was Monday through Sunday, but I'm trying to go ahead and give myself time to do things in my life as well as stream. So yeah, I'll go ahead and catch you guys again tomorrow. Thanks again for dealing with me learning how to play this game. I promise I will come back much more well equipped. And hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. And remember, stay safe, stay cool. See you all later.